छाया आसमां में, देखो झूमता गगन, हे छाया आसमां में, देखो झूमता गगन, कुछ छू गया है, झूमता
Hello, Counseling 1 students. Welcome to week 10 of the semester. This week, I want to start off our week with a quote that I really like. Every day may not be a good day, but there is something good in every day. And I want to leave you with this quote because there are days we have good days, awesome days, not so good days. But like we've always said in this course, everything has to do with your mindset. There's another quote that I'm thinking of right now. Your attitude, not your aptitude, determines your altitude. So how far you will go is not by your aptitude, it's really by your attitude. So I want to leave you with those words. In this week specifically, I want to go over some resources that are available to you as a Hartnell Community College student. Specifically, I want to go over the Panther Learning Lab. Some of you have mentioned in your SMART goals that you're struggling in some classes, whether it's math, statistics, English, everyone's is a little bit different. So I would encourage you to go to the Hartnell website and type in Panther Learning Lab, because although we are online, those services continue to be offered, and you can schedule an appointment with a tutor so you can get the support that you need. We are in week 10 of the semester. There are still 6 weeks left in the semester, so don't think it's too late already. You know, my grade, whatever it is now, that's what it will be at the end of the semester. You still have time to turn it around, or at least, you know, boost your grade up by 1 grade or 2 grades. You never know. In addition, many students have expressed that they're experiencing financial hardships, you know, because they have been laid off. Their financial aid has been delayed because their file is not complete. So we do have the financial aid office. Like I said, right now everyone is working remotely, but if you have any question related to your financial aid, I would encourage you to email the financial aid department directly. Their email is finaid, FINAID @hartnell.edu. And when you email them, always make sure you include your student ID number, because if I just say, hello, my name is Nancy Reyes, there might be a lot of Nancy Reyeses at Hartnell College, or 2 or 3, and to go and look for each one, it's too much work. So we always want to make sure we provide as much information to the person we're sending the email to try to make their job as easy as possible. We also have the Wellness Counseling Center. It used to be called the Crisis Counseling, but now the name has changed to Wellness Counseling. Right now, a lot of students are experiencing anxiety, depression, just, you know, so many emotions at once, so much uncertainty. We're going into month 8, I believe, of this shelter in place, the pandemic, everything. So we do offer wellness counseling services. Right now, although we are remote, they are still working with students. I've heard wonderful things from my particular students that have taken it upon themselves to seek this support service. And the really nice thing about mental health counseling is that, of course, the counselor only knows what you share with him or her, and they provide you a perspective that's outside your immediate circle. So that's something that I've participated in mental health counseling in the past, and it has been really, really a positive experience for me. So I would encourage you, if that's something that, you know, you're dealing with depression, anxiety, your sleep schedule, you're going to sleep at 1 a.m. and waking up, you're going to, like, your sleep schedule is completely off. You know, it might have to do with a lot of things that are going on now. Maybe that's bringing up some trauma, childhood experiences, undisclosed situations that you need to work through. And we do offer the services here at Hartnell College to support you with that. So if you go to the Hartnell website and you type in wellness counseling, the information should come up, and you fill out a quick form, and then a therapist will contact you. If you're looking for ways to get involved, when I had the vision board presentation, some students said they were so involved in high school, and due to the situation, because they are first time entering students here at Hartnell College, they have found that it's very challenging in this remote environment to get involved. But I would still encourage you. We have the Associated Students of Hartnell College, that's our student body organization, and they have events every month to encourage students to participate in. Like for this month of October, if we were not in a pandemic situation, they would have events related to Halloween, of November 1st and 2nd. They would have events related to Day of the Dead, Dia de Muertos, and sugar school making, different types of activities. And winter, for every month, or as appropriate holiday is observed, they offer different activities for students to become involved. They also, if you want information about the clubs, I'm interested in medicine. Do they have a club for students interested in medicine? I'm interested in becoming a teacher. Is there a club for students that want to be teachers? Because you want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, students that have similar goals to yours, so you can be a support for each other. You can email them. Like I said, if you go to the Hartnell website, hartnell.edu, and you type in ASHC, you will be able to contact the director. His name is Mr. Agustin Nevares, and he can provide you information if you're inquiring about clubs. What clubs are available? When do they meet? Do they continue to meet in this online virtual environment? He will be able to answer those questions. We also have another great support program for students, the Department of Supportive Programs and Services, known as DSPS. If in high school you had an IEP, a 504 plan, this is a program that you want to reach out to, because unlike in high school where you had annual meetings to discuss your progress and any changes that needed to be made, here at the community college you have to make sure you reach out for those services to make sure you receive the accommodations that you need to be successful. Let's say in high school I didn't have an IEP, a 504, but I'm going about my everyday, something happens, I fall, I break my arm, now I need an accommodation. That would also be an appropriate time to reach out to the DSPS program to make sure that you could receive an accommodation, because now you need extended time on exams because the hand that you write with, you broke your hand, so it's very challenging, or being able to type, or you need a note taker because you're no longer able to take your notes. So don't think, that program doesn't apply to me, because it might not apply to you today, but it's always good to know in the future, or in case you have a friend, someone that's asking you, do you know any support programs? You can refer them to this program. In addition, I want to talk a little bit about the career interview and reflection assignment. I hope everyone has had the chance to look over that assignment that has been week posted since week 1 of the semester. But this is the assignment in which you will go out and request a phone interview with someone in the field that you're interested in, whether that's a police officer, someone in agriculture, a pest control advisor, a teacher, a counselor, whatever goal that a computer engineer, whatever career goal you have, you want to make sure that you interview someone in that field. And the way you go about it is, first you can email them and then explain the purpose of you reaching out to them, the project, what you hope to obtain more insight into their field, their major, how long it took, anything that could benefit you as you're continuing your educational trajectory. And then, schedule an appointment, schedule a time, and make sure you show up for your phone appointment, or if you prefer to do a Zoom meeting, you can also do that. I think at this point, everyone is familiar with Zoom meetings, or even some people may be familiar with Google Hangout. Whatever you prefer, phone, Zoom, Google Hangout, that you let the person know and that you show up and that you are prepared, that you're respectful, courteous, considerate of the time, because if you say this interview is going to take 1 hour, you don't want to go, it's already an hour and a half and you're still halfway done through the questions. You always want to be very respectful of people's time. So if you haven't thought about it or you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me, because this is a very important assignment that is coming up very quickly, and you want to make sure you have enough time to schedule the appointment, schedule the interview, let the person know what this is about, because people have very busy schedules. And as we're approaching the holiday season with Thanksgiving coming up very quickly, before you know it, the holiday will be here and people might travel, they might go out of the city. So you want to be as considerate and give people enough time to prepare for this interview. So without further ado, this concludes my chat with you for this week. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. As always, if you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, like the video. Any questions that you have of any of the resources, if for some reason you can't find them online, please feel free to email me, and I will email you the link. Without further ado, thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Have a great rest of your week.